the latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. A lot is happening in our continent that we have no knowledge of. This is shocking. A lot of things are coming out about what happened in Benin. And some countries were even part of this thing that happened in Benin. It's not only Nigerians that sent troops to Benin. According to our brother Kemi, a lot is happening in Benin Republic, whereby the citizens do not have the right to protest. The President Talon made sure that even the main opposition leader don't even have the right to contest. They can't voice out. People are paid low salaries. They are unaliving. See, a lot of things. So that when it happened in Guinea-Bissau, that we needed the standby force to go there, that the coup, ECOWAS acted less because it was their own member who staged the coup in order to remain in office so that they wouldn't bring a new person. That these people are doing everything possible to serve the interests of other people. That let's ask of the salary of the people in Benin, that they are suffering. Nothing to write home about. Yet ECOWAS is not active to make sure that Benin Republic do the right thing through the leaders that claim they are leading the people in Benin. All that we see is ECOWAS always coming in to make sure they continue to protect the leaders that are serving the interests of their masters and not the people that are serving the interests of their people. And the names of countries that even send troops will shock you. According to him, even Rwanda sent their troops to Benin Republic.
Beninese and Beninese sometimes are even forced to go prostitute to find money for their families. Some families are forced to send their daughters beautiful neighborhoods to prostitute themselves to bring back money because the people of Benin suffer martyrdom, and you think it's going to be forever. In your citadel that you think is impregnable, where you sip the caviar, you take your selfies, oh yes, the Sofitel, oh yes. We play golf, oh, the mild one is Miami. Oh, the benign. It's a mix of Miami, Wakanda for you. But the economic growth does not benefit the people of Benin as a whole. And some are afraid to tell you, but we are the children of Besançon. We are the descendants of those who resisted colonialism, the same you work with, and that you called on Sunday, and protects you today. Rwandan force, French Special Force, the forces of LACDAO, for people who said they had control over the situation. I feel like it was, and it is very good if it is evil. He is buried to take time because echoes that I have, we have too many echoes. The number of factions I hear from the army, I'm not behind it. But I have ears, you know. God made me ears that make me listen well. I have pit bull's ears. I hear everything. I receive all the information. That's what happens when you are followed by millions of people. I can assure you that if Talon does not change his policy immediately, that if Talon doesn't listen to the people and does not decide to stop, to persecute the people economically, if Talon doesn't go back on his decision for having implemented his constitutional coup d'etat, what will happen there in future times? I had announced it that it would have a fire, not that it was my biggest wish me. I wish he had gone there. I had said it from the beginning. You will take everything, what we say much more seriously. You others of the Talon clan there, what happens next? Will be very strong and no strength. Western foreign OR, their poodle, will not be able to protect President Patrice. If he does not change his way of governing his people. We do note the people of Benin, the humble. We are the children of Biogira. We are the children of Kaba. We are the children of the Agos. We are the children of Benson. You can't be disrespectful and suffocate the people of Benin. As you do, this is not possible. And someone has to tell you. I see some opponents who are afraid. We are not afraid. I tell you, you repeat the one that my heel called for help. Sunday there, it made nightmares on us. Macron, the little Macron and her husband, Brigitte. They have nightmares about us. And these are the people that Heel has called frightened and panicked to come and save him. The mask fell the mirage, and the Heel manipulation is broken. We will mourn all the because of Patrice Heel's decisions, since he decided to do his job of permanent status of 2019. We will cry for all those and all those who are victims of capitalist tyranny. Historized President Patrice Talon. We cry for all those who are in prison today because of the madness of a man who does not want to destroy his people. We were talking about the Guiolas, but they are nothing, and still, he is a former imperialist. But they are nothing compared to the jails of the capitalist tyrant, Patrice Talon and Western Pro, than Patrice Talon. Heel reminds me a little of what was Mobutu. That is to say that he played the authenticity, African cultures, etc. Vodus de in the Benin, etc. But and Mobutu was in this African authenticity. But at the same time, he gave everything to the Westerners. This is exactly what Talon does. Is this? That's what it is. But there are people who are for social justice. There are people who are for the popular sovereignty. If you ask me, my choice between the popular sovereignty or between the possibility for the people to vote for whom he wants and the coups, I will always vote for the fact that I would like the people to vote for what Healy wishes clearly. But you prevent the people from voting. And you prevent the people from demonstrating. You prevent the people from complaining. You prevent the people from expressing their social malaise. To say that he does not agree with you when we prevent the people from sanctioning, you push us into exile. But not at some point. Given, you have to be serious. You have to be serious. So I tell you, I repeat, change your shoulder rifle. If you don't change it, what happened on Sunday? This is just the beginning. It's not me who gives the orders. I don't give orders. I'm out of it. I am only an analyst, but I am a courageous analyst. I am a Beninicist. I am a Beninese who does not lie down. I am a Beninese who does not lie down in front of the elite. Capitalist and liberal. There are people who are ready to spread their anus in front of you just because you have the money and that you have the military means. But no, I'm not part of that. I hear people who have said, "You will kill me, but kill me." There is a proverb that my people said, which is that dead shelter does not fear knife. I am a slave, rebel in the plantation of the neoliberal system. I am someone who does not accept injustice. I don't accept in white people, and I will not accept in black. We drove out the Western elite in many places in French-speaking Africa, and we will continue to do it. And I tell you, you repeat it regardless of your measurements. You are not going to do anything of what happened this Sunday. I have been telling you this for a long time. Not because we are at the genesis. I'm not going to lie, it's not the case. But because, as they say, certain causes will always have a certain type of effect, and I say it. And I repeat CE, which took place Sunday after the echoes I have a long time ago, a multitude of factions in the army who want to perform better according to what I heard, CE, that took place on Sunday, and who are in the process of organizing themselves. And this is not because Patrick Talon calls Papa Macron ends, and besides, it is very interesting. You will notice that in no case the waiting forces of the CDAO do not intervene to save the people. The forces who love each other. But on the other hand, when a member of the Syndicate de la CDAO of Matthew Chief of Staff is in danger, there on the other hand, the CDAO intervenes. Very important than when there is the false coup d'etat. Tumbalo Sissoko, the CDAO did not intervene. The waiting forces did not intervene to save the members of the party of Amilcar Cabral. You think things will work out? How when it happens like this, when there is always a double standard, how it will happen. I will tell you the thing with the greatest simplicity. Because of the guignols I saw, I learned that there are some little jokes of the poodles of the privileged society. Those who live a life of Miami, like to say, while the majority of the population suffers from people would have attacked us and threatened us by saying, "Who will you threaten? Your father." Patrick Talon called the person we are threatening. Your father, Patrick Talon, called the LA little Macron that we push and that we pushed all over Africa. He called the rescue. This should be a clue for you. You don't scare anyone. You don't threaten anyone. You don't intimidate anyone. We fought yesterday. We will fight it today, and we'll fight it tomorrow. You will not stop anyone. You can do whatever you want. Launch all your threats. Launch all your measurements. I tell you that. We are against constitutional coups. And as long as there are constitutional coups, there will be people who will make military coups, and someone who violates the Constitution, who is in a constitutional coup. I will always be happy. When there are military who will do everything to try to knock him down, even, I would like there to be no military coup. I would like to have only the possibility to be able to express the popular sovereignty. When we talk about democracy, it's a word, today, and it is a word privatized by the West. I like to talk about popular sovereignty. I like to talk about it. When you, people of the popular sovereignty, when you violate the Constitution, when you suffocate economically and socially la population, when you socially persecute the people by bringing to life a kind of social apartheid, what needs to happen ends up happening. And so, it is very important that we say on Sunday, I laughed so hard when I heard the Minister of the Interior, who said everything at that moment when he said everything he was lying heel was calling Macron in while crying, saying, please, 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 Menu, send me elements of the French army that has been hidden for years. I've been telling you this for years. I tell you this, they said. Kemi is a mom. She's a plotter. No. It is young Africa who recognizes French special forces are on the territory of Benin. They were there first at the base to protect heel diets, but also to monitor the countries of LAHS. Everything ends up revealing itself. And somewhere, I can only say, rest in peace to all those who died under the permanent coup of Patrice Hill. Since 2019, I have a thought for all the families who have lost of their family members under the rain of bullets. People who follow the orders of Patrice Hill, those who died. Sunday, the few people who died. Sunday, rest in peace for them. But they must know that who is the author of the Patrice Talon. When you make a constitutional coup, you have to be able to hear at some point, there are people who will always die, to make a military coup. I wish the people could vote and say what he wants and sanction you. But you prevent the people from being able to vote. You are tampering with the rules of popular sovereignty to the people. You are tampering with the rules of democracy. You are dealing with the rules of the republic. And you think things will turn out the way. You are now helped by the French services. It's official, it's the same, you are helped. You brought against your own brothers. So the army of Sierra Leone, of Ivory Coast, of the dromedary Ouattara, of agreement from Ghana, against your own people. If everything was under control, all these forces, it is very important what I say about to come to your rescue of the CDA. And, why you called upon all these forces. From LACDA plus tell you, to the French Special Forces with simplicity, because there are too many factions who did not respond favorably at the call of Talon's loyalist forces. Too many stayed behind, by observing from which, because it is a little we sometimes have in the benign, by looking on which side the thing was going to lean, and that's why Talon, who felt in danger, had to call for external partners, because the Beninese army in the majority and they did not come to rescue Hill. That it's the propaganda that makes you believe. Not true. So what happened on Sunday if Talon is lucid? It makes national meetings. I insist on it. So that what happened on Sunday, again, and it is at the EC limit, but as we know, Talon, which is the symbol of capitalism, the most violent and brutal, the most hysterical, which is the symbol of arrogance, not France. Fanon was talking about the fact that neoliberalism would be the transmutation. The white colonialist will give way to the black colonialist, and I would say, I will even add more, that there will be between the white colonialist Emmanuel Macron and the black colonialist Patrice Talon. We are in this reality. And you think that all this will last forever. It can't last you. And me. We know it can't last the people of Benin. The people of Benin suffer martyrdom, asphyxia socially.
Paul Kagame told us that these leaders are not in the interest of their people, and that they are doing everything possible to protect each other's interests. They are all corrupt, they are all thieves. So why is it that Rwanda troops allegedly are found in Benin Republic? A lot of things are happening. It's not only Benin that is experiencing this. All of us are experiencing it in our respective countries under the leadership of the so-called ECOWAS. And this organization will always make sure they protect the interests of other people instead of protecting the interests of Africans. We have been suffering in our own continent because other people are making sure that they continue to protect the interests of the oppressor while we suffer. They don't care what happens to us, how far we go, what we can do to protect ourselves. All that matters to these people is how best they can continue to protect the interests of the oppressor. France is doing everything possible to remain relevant so that they can continue to keep the African poor. Yet, we have leaders who are doing everything possible to make sure that the wish of other people prevail in Africa while we suffer. The people in Benin are suffering, yet ECOWAS do not have time for that. But the moment we have people who have risen to make sure that they cause a change, to bring something better for the people, ECOWAS said, I am here. Yet this same organization never activated the standby force in Gabon when they did the coup. They never activated the standby force when they did that fake coup in Guinea-Bissau. But this ECOWAS was very active to activate the standby force in Benin Republic. And we have a lot of questions to ask ECOWAS. Why is it that ECOWAS decided just to be against the people, confirming what Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso have been saying? Because according to them, they left the bloc because ECOWAS isn't serving the interests of the people. And what happened in Benin has just exposed ECOWAS to the whole world, because now we know who ECOWAS truly is. A lot of people were doubting what Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso said concerning ECOWAS. But what happened in Benin Republic has now opened up everything to us. And now we truly know who ECOWAS is, because we have seen the trend, the things that are happening in the sub-region. And we expect that ECOWAS will be quick in acting. But this organization always stays silent when it comes to issues that we are looking for answers from this organization, but would rather go after things that are not of importance to us. If truly this organization is bent on fighting to liberate the African, why are they always after leaders that are doing everything possible to set us free from oppression? And all these leaders in the democratic letter elected are all the same. Regardless of the speeches that they give, they are all the same. Because we are seeing corruption, no accountability. We are seeing people changing constitutions to remain in office forever and ever, like Togo, like Ivory Coast, and nothing is happening. People are tampering with the constitution, yet ECOWAS is silent. But the moment we get people who are rising to set us free from these same people who are doing nothing and our lives are always moving backwards, ECOWAS said, I am here. That is the only time you see the strength of this organization. And what makes up the ECOWAS bloc? The presidents that we have in these African countries, which are the democratic elected president. So there is no way one president can ever claim that I am innocent, I am not for ECOWAS, I do not like what they are doing, because they all sit down to take decisions and they all act based on the decision that they all agreed upon. So you should know who your leader is. Either the person is for you or for the oppressor. Make your own judgment based on the things that they are doing. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall. And united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make African great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Africa, West Africa, and in Benin.